Meditation Master JinBodhi's Dharma teachings. Meditation, the beginning of health and happiness. Please raise your hand if you're here for the first time. Who've never practiced Bodhi meditation? Please raise your hand. Also, those who aren't ill, raise your hand. Don't be shy. Why are you smiling at me? Are you ill or not? Why are you excited to say you're ill? I ask this question because I'd like to understand. Living a healthy, happy, and long life isn't easy. This goal is what I promote and pursue. When I was young, I had poor health. From the time I was born, I was ill all the time. That's how my childhood was spent. At about 7 or 8 years old, I followed my master and started my cultivation. I learned meditation, esoteric dharma, energy bhagwa, and martial arts. That's what made up my training. I found that the seemingly simple and calm methods produce the greater health benefits. As for sports, I've done many, such as running, long-distance biking, and Shaolin fist martial arts. Those methods aren't as effective as the methods in which we move less. For example, energy bhagwa requires slow movement. There isn't much action. It's quite effective for standing, sitting, or even kneeling to chant and visualize. In my opinion, those are the most effective. I've studied and tried many methods to come to such an understanding. In experiencing these practices, my physical changes have become evident. I've become healthier. Take your meds when you are ill, and you stop taking them when you are well. But meditation is different. It's like an ocean that is endless, never reaching the shore. During certain periods, you may realize that some health issues or mental afflictions can easily be resolved through meditation. Or perhaps you haven't thought of any solution to your problems, but they just disappear. There are many such cases. Thus, the more I learn, the more I realize that practice is like the sea of wisdom mentioned in legends. It's boundless, infinite, and immeasurable. So I keep learning and can't stop. I dive into its depths. I practice daily. I've experienced all sorts of emotional upheavals, time and again. One day, I felt that my world suddenly brightened, as if a cloudy sky had cleared. Initially, there was a crack through which light shone. Later, the crack got bigger and bigger. Eventually, the sky was completely clear and bright. When I was looking at the sky and the universe again, it seemed transparent and clear. Since then, I've experienced quite a lot. And since then, I've been repeatedly entering those meditative states, in which I can see many people who are ill, as I once was. There are still many people also suffering from poverty. I felt all their suffering. It may come from my understanding of compassion. When compassion became a part of me, I came to feel pity for those who suffer. Later, a vow arose. I hope I teach all the methods I've learned to people who grew up suffering from pain, illnesses, and afflictions. The Buddhist sutras say, teach those destined to learn. Once I made this vow, I sought opportunities to prepare myself. Then I began research on what to teach and to whom, and how to divide the teaching into levels. I researched thoroughly and made plans. Then I started spreading dharma. From 1991 till now, many people are learning my dharma. It has been spread to many countries. I'm experimenting at every step. Say, can people with different races and religious beliefs learn from my dharma? I tried it on them with good results. Can Caucasians, such as Europeans or Westerners, practice? I tried it with them. Yes, they can. The results are great. Can people from the origin of Buddhism, the Indian, learn these practices too? Yes, they can. Check out our website. In the States and Canada, many Indian immigrants have come to learn at our centers, and they've become very happy. Their physical health has improved significantly. People of various races, ethnicities, and religions have come to us, and they've all achieved one thing: health. That encourages me tremendously to teach and benefit more people. Also, like me, after many people benefited from our dharma, they became volunteers, continuing their practice and serving others. As their cultivation status is gradually elevating, their intelligence and dharma power may become stronger. Many of them go abroad to spread dharma. Here, in a few short years, many have joined us just to help others. I'm pleased with this, but I'm still anxious. There are so many people in the world. How many can get this dharma? Of course, many of you just learned it today. You don't know much about it. Some may wonder, is it necessary to spread it? Maybe it is. Let's wait 10 days to discuss how we feel and whether we've benefited or not. I hope to teach all the methods I've learned to all those who grew up suffering from pain, illnesses, and afflictions, as well as to those who are destined to learn. Let me give you a rough summary. In this learning process, some things of ours may reduce gradually. While some other things may increase. For instance, illnesses become less and less, as do afflictions. Worries and obstructions diminish. What else? Pressures from work and life reduce. There are countless pressures. What increases? Happiness increases. So does life energy, wisdom, and good friends. Not knowing how to make friends is caused by intelligence level or personality. When we have no wisdom, we don't know how to face our family, so we quarrel constantly. Working with our colleagues, it'd be strange if we didn't have arguments in 7 days. You'd be irritated, right? You get upset and cause others to be upset too. You dislike your job, which you strive to get. After getting the hard-earned job, you can't get along well with your colleagues, and you want to escape. You'd rather not earn money and quit the job because of your afflictions. After you've escaped from 10 companies, where else can you flee? No matter what, you need a job. You need to mingle. In other words, afflictions will diminish. During our cultivation, when we are awakened or enlightened, everything will begin to transform. You'll make more friends. Many people have no friends. In such cases, they may encounter more afflictions. If you have more friends, you'll have more joy. No matter what job you do, with good interrelationships, say, if you're a salesperson, what will happen to you? You'll earn more money. You'll sell more products. If you want an intimate relationship, you know how to deal with others. Then it's easy to marry yourself off. A lot of people are in their 30s or 40s and remain single. Many have never had a companion. Some look really good, but have never had a partner. Why? When they're with others, they are like bombs exploding at the slightest touch. People flee from them. They wear poisonous thorns and scare people off. People with such issues are unaware of them, and they always blame others, believing others are the problem. They think of themselves as superior. They're not superior. They don't consider others. Thus, I kindly remind you, you need to learn management in life. Some say, I'm not suitable for business. No matter what is suitable for you to do in life, you need to manage yourself well. If you do that, your life will be controlled by you. You'll have friends all over the world. Then you'll realize the benefits of having many friends, just like what is described in Jin Yong's novels, that you can have free food wherever you go. That's a good deal. I like it. I dislike going to Bodhi disciples' own restaurants, and they don't offer me any discount. It makes me most disappointed. So whenever I go out, I get prepared by packing some bread into my bag. Then I eat in front of the disciples' restaurant. No need for discount. I will not do business with them. Anyone here own a restaurant? Raise your hand. Okay. If you're willing, we can exchange phone numbers. All right. Good. So, in your lifetime, you need to learn to manage yourselves well. Manage your family and intimate relationships well. If you have children, manage your children well. If you don't manage them well, you'll find yourselves raising wolves. That's a lot of trouble. Also, your relationships with your parents, colleagues, and relatives. You need to manage well. I believe more than half of all people are troubled by interpersonal relationships, including with their family members. Those who've had troubles and those presently afflicted, please raise your hand. All right, I can't bear to watch. Everyone has troubles. Some are afflicted by their less intelligent family members. When you're smart and they're not, communication becomes a problem. But in many cases, this isn't the issue. It's us who don't understand others. Those who understand the language of animals can order animals to do things for them. Say, monkey trainers can let monkeys pick fruit, right? Or even let them do massage, scraping and cupping you. If you can communicate, animals can do things for you. As a human, communicating with humans is easier. With good communication and interrelationships, many things will be completely different. Many of our afflictions arise from interrelationships. After some practice, we'll develop charisma and improve our communication skills. You'll feel happy doing the same job you've once hated. When it comes to your family, there are people whom you can't change, right? Your father can't get you a new mom when you feel like it, right? You have to face the reality. How? Do you want to learn? Yes. Practice diligently. Many of you might become healthier and have better relationships. You'll know it when you go back to apply it. Due to physical appearance, genetic, or environmental reasons, people might distance themselves from others, like the stay-at-home youngsters or the stay-at-home grandmas. We're not just talking about young unmarried people. Many seniors are also always indoors, feeling depressed. Through practice, there will be some changes. The changes I mention are not medical. In fact, the effect arises from methods. After being trained in these methods, even monkeys can work for people. Thus, dharma is so important. How many of you cook at home? Raise your hand, please. Do you need methods to cook? Methods are necessary. Even if I've practiced well, I still need methods to cook. Before stir-frying, I'd pick the vegetables, wash and cut them, add in oil, then fry. They need time to cook. Seasoning comes last. That's how they become tasty and edible, right? Does anyone just toss in the ingredients without washing or processing and serve? Maybe pigs can accept that. But I think even urban pigs nowadays won't eat that. They want well-prepared food. So methods are very important. If you're a doctor and you prescribe for your patient carelessly, can this patient be saved? He'd be dead. Taking the wrong medication could kill you. All things need methods. Right medication for right illnesses. Take the correct medication depending on your sickness. Prescribe accordingly. That's how it's done. When our methods, behavior, and attitude are correct, good results occur. If methods are wrong, the results are poor. If you understand this, then apply it to different aspects. Everything will work fine. Buddha Dharma and meditation are the methods that are applicable to many aspects of life. Such compatibility is a special feature of Buddha Dharma and meditation. People might be here to get healthy. Speaking of interpersonal relationships and health, do you think they're related? What do you think? Yes, because many illnesses are caused by afflictions. When you quarrel with people, you feel something inside you is blocked or stuffed up. When I was young, I saw a lady in her 50s quarreling with another lady who spoke fast, and her words were sharp and harsh. Right then and there, the 50-year-old lady who was standing fell on her back, then fainted from anger. She stayed in the hospital for 7 or 8 days. If it happened in ancient times, she could have died from anger. Thus, emotions, anger, troubles, and sorrow are harmful. Has anyone heard about or seen in movies, old or recent, or in the real life, that worries and afflictions cause someone's hair turning gray overnight? Yes. Do you believe it's true? Yes. When your hair is black, dyeing it white would be difficult. So imagine your hair turning white overnight naturally. How much pain and negative energy there is inside that could have killed you. It's not time for you to die yet, so you're still alive. The physical impact brought about by mental afflictions is excruciatingly painful. You can't die even if you want to. You must live on. But you have no way out of the extreme pressure. Then your hair turns white overnight because of such torture. In China, there was a singing contest. One of the competitors sang very well. A male singer who was quite good-looking. He had long hair and wore a ponytail. His hair was completely snow white. The host asked, "Your face doesn't look that old. You sing so well, but your hair is all white. Were you born with white hair?" He replied, "No." He told a story. About 15 years ago, he was cheated by his business partner, who ran away with all the money that the singer borrowed from his friends and the banks. He had no money to return. When this happened, his hair turned completely white overnight. His singing captured a world of pain. It's heart-wrenching. Our mental stress and pain is actually no smaller than our physical illness or issues. If we're relaxed, free, and at ease mentally, it directly benefits our physical health. Mental and physical health or illness are interrelated and react to each other. Sad people are prone to lose appetite. Angry people are prone to liver illness and heart attack and stroke. What else? What other emotional issues? If you're very happy, can you contract illness? Yes. Happiness makes people sick? It's the first time I've heard of that. Who has ever got sick because of joking too much? Usually, happiness and laughter won't make people ill, but all negative emotions will cause one to be sick. Much of our physical illness has mental causes. In order to gain health, we'll learn methods of personal conduct and how to handle matters. Then we can become healthier. In the following days, please calm down to practice. Since you're here already, learn to relax and liberate yourself. Some people, no matter how old they are, have never taken a few days off to rest. They always worry whether they're at work or not. Relax your mind for a few days. Just relax yourself. Emotions or mental stress make one ill. Your hands may shake when you're in the presence of many strangers. If your hands are always trembling, something's wrong. If one is always nervous, one will be sick. Relax yourself. I look forward to your transformation. I hope you, physically and mentally, become more transparent, purer and purer. With a transparent, pure body and mind, one is most healthy. Meditation helps us gain energy and health and reduce affliction and illness. Again, a few reminders for you. During these days, let's try to eat a vegetarian diet, okay? Okay. If you are married, then skip the intimacy part with this period. You know what I mean, right? So try not to eat meat for the next few days. Any questions about this? No. Last time, 2 Fujianese practitioners asked me, Master, is it okay to eat dried baby shrimp? I told them no. One said, in our local temple, the monks will eat shrimp. It's our local custom. Dried baby shrimp is still shrimp. You can't deny that it's meat. If you insist on denying it, I'll be angry. It's a rough idea. Don't try to be vegan, but during this period, try to be vegetarian. Because our stomach has never rested since birth. Every day it has a heavy workload, right? You have holidays or rest days, but your stomach never rests. So let's eat something light, less heavy and less oily. This way, our stomach and intestines can have a rest. During practice over these days, some will begin fasting, which means no hunger despite not eating. Those who haven't had this experience will find it so miraculous. No eating. I'd starve to death if I don't eat for 3 days. I feel dizzy if I don't eat for 1 day. If I skip 3 meals for a day, I won't be able to stand up. Give it a try. You don't eat, but you won't starve or thirst to death, and you won't be hungry at all. How can you get such an effect? Through energy gained during your practice. Don't ask where the energy comes from. It's inexplicable. Through practice, you gain energy. You won't be hungry despite not eating. Your entire body and mind will be purified. Let them have a good rest. Also, those who want to lose weight will quickly slim down during practice. No meat is the first requirement. The second is not eating too much. Eating as usual should be fine, but don't overeat. For many, they eat till they can't stuff in another bite. That's not feeling full. That's reckless eating. They eat without a clear mind. For clear-minded eating and weight loss, I have a simple method, which is surely effective in application. Do you want to learn it? Yes. If you don't, I won't talk about it. Yes. Who wants to lose weight? Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand if you want to lose weight. At meal times, prepare yourself a bowl. How big? About the size of the bowl used in restaurants. In northern China, they were called big teacups, so they shouldn't be too big. For us, with Easterners' body size, 1 such bowl of rice is enough. If I eat that amount, plus some veggies, I'd be full. Surely it's enough for you. That's the most you eat. So get an appropriate bowl and carry it in your bag all the time. It's better to be a metal one, and it's shatterproof. It can hold both rice and soup, right? At certain times, it may even protect you. The bowl is used to fix the amount you eat. After finishing one bowl, no refill. You're allowed to mix your foods, but don't exceed one bowl. Don't eat until you're too full. First, we need to control the amount of food. There's another method for losing weight. Our long-time practitioners all know it. First thing in the morning, drink a glass of water. It can be warm water or at room temperature, like the tap water in summer. One glass is about half of a mineral water bottle. Drink the glass of water upon waking. Use the bowl at mealtimes to control your food intake and commit to practice. Then it's normal to lose about 70 to 80 pounds in 12 days. Of course, it depends on how much you weigh too. I'm taking an elephant, for example. I don't know how much you'd lose, but surely it's impossible not to lose any. So all those who have lost weight, owe me a meal, okay? Okay. Treat me to Taiwanese rice noodles or pungent tofu, okay? I'm not picky. Now that you realize this is a good deal, you're all so happy. The third requirement is to not scold others. No matter how bad your family members are, try not to scold or curse, okay? Stay strong and tell yourself, I'm compassionate. Though you're very bad, assume you're a compassionate person, okay? Don't scold others or be emotional. Don't be angry. Because once negative emotions arise, silly actions or words often follow, making others unhappy and yourself sick. It's bad for your health. If you want to be healthy, scold less and eat less. Don't stay at home doing nothing. The cause of many people gaining weight is staying still after eating. Then food is accumulating in their body. It's like a mountain of garbage. Originally, it was a pit, but it becomes a mountain. People always stuff themselves with food that can't be excreted. During the last retreat here, when a female practitioner came to the back door, I was worried that she couldn't fit through it. She was also worried about it. But now she can get through any door. She's become slim. People in this class all know her. She's also become confident. Now she's a beautiful lady, very pretty. These are the reminders. Please note and heed the advice. At the beginning, you're not used to it. Be persistent. Keep practicing diligently. Without methods, there won't be a result. With methods and time, there will be a result. Give yourself 12 days. Practice diligently with determination. Make up your mind to do so, all right? All right. So don't overeat, okay? Okay. Don't eat meat, and don't scold people or get mad. Also, think of yourself as compassionate. Also, don't steal. Don't drink the water from someone's bottle when others don't notice. Be careful of infectious disease. Don't behave like that. Roughly, that's it. Many haven't truly practiced. Whichever religion or dharma school you have been to, if you haven't truly practiced with a proper method, it doesn't matter if you're a converted disciple or not. You won't gain health or wisdom. Only with right methods, results ensue. After you've practiced for a while, you'll surely become a very healthy, wise, happy, and positive person. This is what I want. All right. That's all. Thank you, everybody. Be determined about meditating, and you shall obtain joy and health.